As the Norway Chess happens in Stavanger, Norway, we have here another super tournament kicking off in Jermuk, Armenia. And we see on the screen Aravindh Chithambaram here, who is taking on Praggnanandhaa with the white pieces. So we have two super grandmasters of Indian chess, Aravindh with an ELO of 2749, Praggnanandhaa with 2758. Both of them excellent friends of each other. Both of them have played in many tournaments together, but of late they have started to now play in super tournaments with each other, which is really cool. This is the Stepan Avagyan Memorial round number 1. Aravindh with the white pieces goes knight to f3 and presses the clock ever so softly, and there you see Praggnanandhaa adjusting his pieces. And let's see what Praggnanandhaa comes up with. He plays his pawn to d5. This is such an exciting battle between two super GMs in the world of chess. And Aravindh goes g3. One of the prime reasons for both Aravindh and Pragg to be playing in this event is, of course, for the FIDE circuit, because there is one spot in the candidates that is given to the player who tops the FIDE circuit, and points from these events do count towards it. So bishop g2, and now Pragg goes knight to f6. If you think about it, this is a reversed King's Indian, with white taking the setup of black. You can see, like, if it was g6, bishop g7, castle, that way, and black playing like white with d4, c4, you know, these pawns. So knight comes out to c6, and now e5 is being threatened. So Pragg has Aravindh has a choice between d3, which is King's Indian attack, or d4, which is the reversed Grunfeld now, and he pushes his pawn to d4. Praggnanandhaa captures the pawn. Pawn takes pawn here. You take back with the knight. And now pawn push to e5. Black has built a very strong center here, and white takes, knight takes c6, pawn takes c6, and the idea now is to strike in the center with c4. Yes, he does it. Actually, this is a very dangerous weapon from white's perspective, because white is putting a lot of pressure on black because it has an extra tempo over the Grunfeld. Bishop g5 played. You can see how Pragg put pressure on b2, and Aravindh instantly plays his bishop to g5. Bishop e7, and something about Pragg is so amazing that he's so well prepared always. Like, for example, he knew that rook takes b2 is a bad idea because of take, and knight c3. This is an already better position for white. So he goes bishop e7. Now knight comes to c3 and also plays castle. Beautiful. Actually, really beautiful. Because now, if you try to win the d5 pawn, your b2 pawn is hanging. So knowing this part, that you need to get your king out before snatching the b2 pawn, is a key ingredient in this opening. He takes back with the pawn. And now, of course, Aravindh must sort of take on f6 and then take on d5, because otherwise black has an amazingly strong center. So he takes on f6, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and knight takes d5 makes a lot of sense. Imagine you play a move like b3 and then d4, it's completely better for black. So take here on d5, and Pragg is going to snatch this b2 pawn. Otherwise, he'll just be a pawn down. So rook takes b2 taken here. Now if knight takes f6, there is queen takes f6. Queen a4 played here. So the queen on a4 is putting pressure on the a7 pawn. And Pragg goes bishop e6, threatening to pick up the knight. Actually, a very interesting moment now in the game, because if you take knight f6, queen f6, can you snatch the pawn on a7? Oh, he does it. He takes here. because he did have an option of also playing rook d1, but he went and took the bishop. Queen takes, and now the thing is, if you take on a7, e2 pawn is hanging, but that does create an imbalance in the position. Aravindh does snatch the pawn, and that imbalance is that white's a pawn is a monster actually. Rook takes a2, and the monster, by God, look at Praggnanandhaa's time, 1:34. He has 4 minutes more on the clock than what he began with. And Aravindh pushes his pawn to a4. He's like, my pawn is a runner with the bishop cap controlling this. g6. Pragg still in his preparation at move number 17. When is his preparation going to end? a5. Aravindh trying to queen. Oh my God, this is pure cinema now. e4. What? Are you going to block that? Pragg has 1 hour 32 minutes, maybe still in his preparation, goes e4. Okay, I'm not getting it, guys. I'm feeling like, what are your plans to a6 here? Oh my God, he has a threat now. a6 is rook f2 an idea. Ah no, there's queen here. Oh my God, I thought rook takes, the queen, rook is hanging. No. So he goes rook a1. But actually rook a2 played. The point is, if a6, then bishop c4 with the idea of putting pressure here was a good move. But instead rook a1, rook a2, he takes the pawn on e4. So he's a pawn up. Queen comes to f5. Oh, nice move. Attacking the a5 pawn and the rook. And actually the rook is defended, so he protects it with a6. And Pragg finally had a thought, yeah, like he is now down to 1 hour 5 minutes. And now bishop comes back to c8. Is there any way that Aravindh can cling on to his a6 pawn? Does not seem like it. Does not seem like it. Rook e1 he plays. But now isn't rook a6 just going to take the pawn? Pragg is thinking about this. Yes, he takes on a6. Wow. Whew. Man, this was really intense. This a pawn, I thought either it was like Pragg would lose the game, but Pragg had everything under control. He had it prepped. Modern day prep is just so insane. Like, I'm sure that the masters of the past would have... Oh, it's a draw. They agreed to a draw here. And wow. A smile on the face there of Praggnanandhaa. I'm sure they are speaking in Tamil. And in the start of the tournament, both of them drawing the game, which means that they will have 8 rounds now facing other opponents. They are Zhu Jiangyu, Robert Hovhannissian, Aram Hakobian, Jonas Bier, Benjamin Gledura, Sam Savian, Dimitri Kollars and Nodirbek Yakuboev. And it will be interesting to see how both of them perform here. For now, I hope that you like this game, and we will be bringing you not just these games but also live broadcast on ChessBase India at 4:30 p.m. every day. Norway Chess starts at 8:30, so you can enjoy 4 hours of this with Harshit Bhai's commentary along with IM Lilith Makarchian, an amazing player from Armenia. And thank you all for tuning in. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye-bye.